My name is Nancy Sparrow, and I'm the Curatorial Assistant for Public Service at the Alexander Architectural Archive.
And I'm Beth Dodd. I'm the curator of the Alexander Architectural Archive.
And I'm Donna Coates. I'm the Technical Services and Collections Manager for the archive.
At the University of Texas at
Yes.
Austin. And we feel that our records push the envelope when it comes to conservation and preservation needs. And we often have questions regarding collections care, collection for services, for public services and technical services, and even for appraisal, whether or not we want to take on something. So we're constantly talking with a network of folks that are more knowledgeable in these areas than we are. So right now we're working on a particular question that we have regarding exhibits.
Yes, we were recently asked to loan two drawings that are architectural linens or tracing cloth, and they are ink on linen with watercolor applied to the back. And so we had not been asked for a loan for some time, and when we looked at the NISO standards, they gave guidelines for bound and unbound materials, but did not go into any detail whatsoever of how long you could actually exhibit the materials. And as Beth said, our materials are very unique, and we have a number of different kinds of architectural reproduction processes, but also different kinds of papers and different kinds of media that's applied to that paper. And it would be very helpful to have some guidelines on how long this material can be exhibited, or whether it should even be exhibited at all, and that would be very helpful.
One of the questions I have is we use our architectural records for promotion and marketing, and one of the drawings that we have is the drawing. It's an institutional archive drawing. It is a half full scale drawing of a clock face that's on our tower for the University of Texas Tower. It is probably maybe 8 to 10 feet long and 4 feet wide, and it is something that we pull out for open houses at least 4 times a year.
At least.
At least. And we would like very much to be able to display it correctly, but display it often. And this is a reoccurring high use item. We display it flat on a table, but we, in talking with some of our conservator friends, there might be other options, and that's the wonderful thing about the profession is that it is constantly changing. It's not a static profession, and that we are constantly hearing new ideas on how to display. But this is a very large item, and it's on trace paper. It's pencil on trace with charcoal.
So it's very reactive to the environment, especially humidity. It gets bigger.
Well, most often, and from my point of view, I'm trying to rehouse collections properly, and sometimes I run into issues about what is the proper material for storage, or if there are tears, for instance, is there a simple way to make repairs? There's a whole myriad of questions. Sometimes there might be a little mold. Is it active mold or not? So I have lots of questions from that standpoint. Also, a need that we have from time to time if we do larger projects is training students on how to do certain simple procedures that can be done in-house.